Hello, all. Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome to Demystify the Divine, weekly readings and tools to connect. So happy to be here. I want to just say, first of all, I apologize for the short, late notice on cancellation of last week. I preach to you guys about self-care all the time, and I don't always do it. And last week, it was just it was a rough day. It was just a rough day. It was a long day. It was a rough day. I was okay. I just was feeling really under the weather. And I decided, you know what? Why push it? So here I am, fresh, recharged, reinvented, and ready to tune in for all of you guys this week. So happy new moon. We have just passed out of the new moon in Pisces, and hoping everyone is doing well with this exciting energy. And it is all about manifestation. It's all about dreaming the dream. If you haven't seen it already and you're interested, watch my new moon musings. It was a really interesting one this month. When I recorded it first, it's kind of a funny story. I recorded it and I was like blown away by the reading. Everything that came through, I was just blown away. And I went to save it and realized that I had never clicked the record button. So I had done an hour's worth of a reading to nobody but myself. And I was like devastated. And I said to the guys, like, what the F? Like, why would you do something like that to me? You know, what is going on? And the message I got was that I was supposed to do a collaboration with Nikki Sue this month. So I reached out to her and I told her what had happened. And we tried, I don't know, 7 different dates to try and connect to be able to record. She's been busy traveling all over the place. And with my schedule being so busy, we weren't able to make it happen. So I re-recorded the whole thing and I used the same cards and just really tapped into the energy. And it's a different reading, but it was amazing how much of it kind of came back or came through. And, you know, I always say it always happens for a reason, and the messages that we need come through. And it was still like a crazy ass long reading. I'm trying to rein it in. You know, I'm trying to learn brevity, but I am who I am. So there you have it. But anyway, if you haven't watched it, check it out. Got a lot of really interesting information about this particular moon cycle. So really cool, especially about the full moon and the worm moon that's coming up. So you can check that out on my website. On my YouTube here. So Keone, I miss you.
Did you now?
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing great. I miss you as well. I feel off for the week. When we don't do this, I feel a little off. You know, I'm making it. You know, I'm picking up the pieces. I have abandonment issues. We've discussed this before at length, and yet again, you abandoned me. So
yes, I did.
Know.
I kicked you to the curb.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb, but that's okay. I know you love me, so
absolutely,
I
with
just
all my
bounced
heart
back.
and all of my soul. So glad that we're back. We're back, and we're in full force today.
We're going to talk all this moon stuff. The conjunction of the moon and Venus, the close approach of Venus, the conjunction of the moon and Jupiter, the lunar occultation of Jupiter, the moon pedigree. It's so much going on.
I know.
Look at that. I just surprised you, didn't I?
I try to tell everyone over and over and over again, I am a novice at best when it comes to astrology. You know, I pick up the same way everyone else does. I have good friends who are astrologers, and I ask them for stuff. And and I watch different YouTube videos on astrology because it's just, I won't say it's my wheelhouse. It's not my wheelhouse. I can learn it like anyone else. I'm fascinated by it. But what always happens with me, and it's interesting that I'm talking about this because this is going to actually explain our brand new tarot deck for today. What happens with me is because I have so much air in my chart, I can get in my head about things. And this happened for me years ago when I was exploring my gifts. I thought I couldn't read tarot because I was so locked up in the pattern and the memorization and the structure of it all.
Yeah.
And I didn't do any kind of intuitive stuff, right? And so I feel like it's the same with astrology. Every time I go to take a course in astrology, I get through a little bit of it and my guides are like, It's going to limit you. It's going to block you. You know, you're a psychic. Just get the psychic
Yeah,
info,
you
and
gotta
that's
follow
good.
the guy. Yeah, you gotta follow the guides. I'm trying to see how many different languages Ragu is gonna say hello, Keone. And I got the hi, Keone. Then he hit me with the good day. I see you, Ragu. I'm not
Oh,
ignoring you.
guess what? It's Ragu's
Yes.
birthday today.
What?
It's Ragu's
So
birthday.
wait, is he gonna be the one on the day, or is it Indu?
I think it might be him actually,
Well,
because
if it's Indu, move out of the way. It's the Ragu's birthday. Make sure we get Ragu on here today.
absolutely. So anyway, enough of our banter and chit chat. I guess it's time to get down to business. So welcome to everyone who is a repeat. Love your energy. Love the fact that you're here. You're showing up. Always feels good to be able to connect with with real people. If you want a reading today, come on live. Would love to see your face, tap into your energy, and get you some messages. For those of you who are just checking out the show for the first time, welcome. We are so very happy to have you here. We do a little bit of everything. We do some channeling. We do some tarot and oracle readings. We do a Q&A. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So lots of opportunity to get some really good wisdom from our guides, a little bit of wisdom on occasion from me. You get a lot of it through me, and occasionally some of it from me. And yeah, we do some fun card pulls and bring you on to answer some questions, to help you to learn how to use your deck a little bit better, or get to know your deck a little more. Whether it's a tarot deck that you like, or an oracle deck, feel free to bring that during that segment. So without further ado, I'm going to go into my happy place today and get us a word or a phrase of the week. I feel like it's been 10 years since I've done the show, so everything feels really fresh and new. Do you know what I mean, Peony? I think that's what you were saying. It's like it feels like forever. I feel
Yeah.
like I haven't tuned in like this in like a month.
1 week, that when we skip a week, it seems like it's been a really long time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to go into my happy place and see what our guides want us to know for this week. Okay, they're coming up with reciprocity, which is actually one of the themes for 2023 is reciprocal love. But our word is reciprocity. So the first thing I'm hearing this week is your guides want you to question where in your life you have reciprocal exchanges and where in your life you do not have reciprocal exchanges. Something coming up around the energies this week, I feel, that are testing the boundaries of established bonds. And what I keep hearing is, when we're testing the boundaries of established bonds, it's basically saying, you know, are we in balance? And when I use the term balance, I don't mean balance as in tit for tat. I mean balance in terms of, you know, is there reciprocal stuff? You know, am I giving and taking in kind? Do I get a lot from this relationship, and do I give a lot into this bond? So I feel like the message and the guidance this week around the reciprocity is really asking the question in all areas of your life. This is relationship with people, as well as relationship with your environments, relationship with your pets, relationship with family members, relationship with your work, with your passions, with your hobbies, with your sacred space. I'm hearing that's a big one. Really evaluate and tap into the reciprocity. I feel like this is a message for a lot of us, myself included. I'm hearing it's time to clear our space. It's time to sage or to go through and do a clearing or a cleansing of our living space and our sacred space. The sacred space being the space that we, I want to say, meditate in, or that we bring stillness into the mix. So really kind of evaluating the levels and the degree of reciprocity in your life. And here's why they want us to evaluate that. There's a lot that's going to be coming at us. There's a lot that's going to be being dropped into the collective. It's literally going, and it does feel, okay, when I do this, I feel heavy, but I don't feel like it's emotionally heavy in the ways that everything has been for us in the collective lately. It feels more energetically heavy. So for those of us who have been super sensitive and I want to say been feeling that energetic heaviness, like I just heard that message and my stomach went, oh, and I went, oh, because I mean, 2021 was a year of energetic heaviness, right? So I'm done with that. It's not going to be for like extreme long periods of time in the way that we've already dealt with it, but it's going to be pockets of it. And it's going to be, okay, it's here. There's nothing we can do about it. We either deal with it or we bury our heads in the sand and just go around the merry-go-round in one long loop. So the reciprocity message is about cleaning house. It's about separating the wheat from the chaff. It's really getting clear on what you do have energy for and what you don't have energy for. Because in a little bit of time, I want to say within the next month, we're going to get that thing dropped in the collective. And we're going to have to deal with it. And there's going to be another in a couple of months. So it's a message to prepare energetically, to create space and make room in your life for reciprocal experiences only. This does not mean that we all have to, like I said, be tit for tat, you know, like I'm not going to do this for you unless you do this for me. I think of my youngest stepdaughter pulling out the measuring tape to cut the last half of the cupcake that she was going to share with her sister and measuring it that way. We don't have to be petty. We don't have to be that exacting. But there's definitely, I want to say, an energy of understanding that I no longer have space in my life for anyone or anything that is not giving back and paying forward in whatever way feels good to me or fulfilling to me or feels reciprocal, right? It's a healthy exchange of energy. So we're being asked, we're being invited, we're being called to clear out anything that is not a reciprocal investment of our time and our energy and our love and our resources. Resources in the physical, mental, emotional, energetic. All right, that's that message. So, normally I channel first. I think, no, I'm going to channel first. So let's see what comes through. I've really been feeling my own personal counsel. My counsel of truth has been coming up a lot in the last couple of days. I don't know if they're going to come through today, but I have a feeling they're the ones that are going to want to talk. We'll see who comes through. It might be an archangel in the end. But they've been really kind of, I want to say, asserting themselves, like in big ways where, you know, I'm trying to channel a specific archangel for a client because that's what they asked for. And my counsel's like, nope, we got a message. You know, the archangels can figure it out later. We got a message. Like, okay. I'm just the conduit. So I'll go into my happy place again and see who would like to come through to share a message for all of us today. Greetings to all. You have all gathered in this space and in this time on the great continuum to gather for energetic support and a collaboration of energies, a collaboration of hearts and minds. A cyclical experience that becomes sporadic because your intentions have come together, have coincided for a singular purpose: to be lifted up, to be elevated, to come together under the umbrella of source love and energy. Each of you gathered in this space are ruminating and circling in your minds what the next step is for you on your path. Each of you, even though you may have some idea, still are in a mode of questioning. This makes much sense given the influx of galactic energies that have come through onto the planet in the last of your 4 days. Perhaps you have even felt the shift. Some of you have experienced this in physical waves in the body. Others of you are noticing this in other people's interactions. And some of you are not noticing the shift at all at this time on a conscious level. Understand that these types of gatherings, even though you are not all in the same room, you are all sharing in the same energy. And therefore, you are all collaboratively helping one another to assimilate and integrate the new energy shifts. While many of you feel isolated or feel that there are fewer of you than there are out in the rest of the world, we wish for you to be reminded that every interaction creates a mutation of energy, if you will, a blending, a shifting. Your energy and the group energy and the collective energy all come together to create a new and wonderful expression that you all assist on energetic planes to utilize for each of your individual purposes and paths. Feel this energy now. Bring awareness to your solar plexus. You can even place one hand on your solar plexus at this time. And then bring awareness to the collective energy of this group, of all who are in attendance, now and in future times. Feel your energy in relation to this group energy. Feel yourself as separate, and then feel yourself commingled. And allow yourself to receive only the positive, only the highest frequency and vibration that is created through this collaboration. Allow it to rise into your mind space to clear the energy. Allow it to enter the heart space and be expanded outside of the body and as far out as you can feel and sense. And send some of this commingled energy down through the feet and into Mother Earth, for including the foundation that you live on only helps us all. This is what we have to share with you today. You have been reminded not only of your individual energetic spheres, but of the importance of the connection between all of you. Gather more often, for this is what will bring you support through your inevitable elevation. Inevitable elevation. This is your path. Okay, so I'm going to go into a tarot reading. Something that I've been kind of experiencing or processing on a personal level with my own journey in the last month or so is I've just been feeling a bit like my readings, my card readings have been more connected to the structure. Like, for example, when I pull a tarot card, I'm not immediately or instantly getting the intuitive hit with it first. I'm looking at the card and I'm associating the card with the meaning of the card. And whenever this happens to me, I always need to kind of take a step back, because it's like, no, I don't need to be reciting something that everybody else recites. I need to be sharing the psychic, the intuitive guidance that comes through. And whether that's on the card or not on the card, that's what needs to come through. So I went through a little period of time where I kind of put some of my tarot cards away and I was looking for decks that did not have keywords, so that I was forced to kind of connect with the imagery, connect with the energy of the card itself, not of the word that was associated with it. And I found there's not very many out there, by the way, that do this. So it was an interesting search. And I found this beautiful deck that I'm really excited to use today. It is called the Nameless One Tarot. And so it's kind of like a tarot and oracle deck combined. It came with a book. I have not looked at the book. I have not even associated some of the cards. I can't help but associate it. I mean, it's obvious what it is, but there are a lot of other card images where I'm like, I'm just looking at the card image. I'm just looking at the symbol and I'm going to get what I get. So that's what we're going to do today. And I just want to prepare everybody, because you're expecting me to pull a traditional tarot. And this, while it's based on the Rider-Waite and some oracle, it's very different. So we're going to just sort of see what comes through. I have no idea how this is going to go down, but the imagery is really, really cool. Sorry, Keone, I forgot about that. I always keep you on your toes. So I'm going to show you.
Found the right spot to jump in, though.
Well, you did. You found a perfect spot. You're right on the money. So I'm going to show you the card here, and then I'm going to turn and look at the card for a second and give you a message. So the very first thing that I'm feeling here is we're looking at this beautiful sigil, and we have an upside down triangle. So it's a vessel of sorts. And there's this bottle of of liquid pouring into the sigil. What I keep seeing here is we are being gifted this week with downloads, with a receiving of energy. And interesting that we had reciprocity as our word. So we're going to be receiving a lot of information through the crown chakra. It's going to be poured into the crown chakra, and it's going to go filter throughout the whole body. This is really important because, and I feel like this is something they were talking about a little bit too, about clearing things out. You have to have a clear vessel. So let me just share a little bit about when I channel or when I read. I make sure that I'm not drinking wine. You guys know I love wine. I don't drink wine when I'm reading, typically. Every once in a while, I'll have a sip when I'm with you guys, but it's really more because I'm just like, whatever, and I'm going to drink it later. I'm too busy yapping. But really, it's about making sure that my body is clear. Everybody's body's different. So what I do for my body to clear my body might not be the right thing for you to do. So I just want to be clear about that. But I make sure energetically, I've got to be shifted. Perfect example is last week, I was clouded. And I was like, the idea of having to tune in and channel was hurting my body. And I knew, nope, I can't do that. My body, my channel isn't clear. So what this card is saying to us this week is we're going to be receiving a lot of information individually as well as collectively. We need to make sure that our bodies can handle it. Can our bodies handle the physical frequency that's coming through it? Can our mental space understand and be able to receive? Or is it full? Oh, Mr. Neo coming up. Or is the mental space full of flotsam and jetsam? Is it full of nonsense and shenaniganery? Where is our ego space this week? Because ego clogs the mind as well. Ego is the number one culprit of, I want to say, muckiness in our auric field, right? Muckiness, because with the ego, often it's, we think, oh, it's energy or someone else's energy. No, it's our ego. And our ego is saying, oh, I'm too good to clear myself or to protect myself, or I haven't thought enough about myself to protect myself, or I've been so focused on the daily stuff and my identity out in the world that I haven't stopped to tune in and make sure that I'm good, that I'm aligned. So this is saying we're receiving the information. Are you prepared? Are you physically prepared? Are you mentally prepared? Are you emotionally prepared? Are you energetically prepared? This beautiful cat, panther, whatever, I think it's a cat. It's like a Siamese cat. We're seeing kind of like a house in the background. So I feel like this is whenever we talk about, whenever you get a house in a dream, the way I interpret houses in dreams, it's our internal environment. So this is showing, okay, what's your internal environment look like? So down on the bottom, it's full of stuff, but everything seems to be in order. We've got some fire. We've got some candles that are sort of purifying. Well, the next level is not so much in order. You've got bottles that are knocked over. You've got him sitting in, sort of the top part of his house, and he's not even paying attention to anything that's going on. He's staring off in the distance. He's not even aware of where he's at. He's not present. And of course, there's a skull here, a skeleton here, so symbolizing rebirth, death and rebirth, something that has died, but he's hanging on to it. So he enjoyed this bird a long time ago, and he's kind of keeping it around, but maybe he needs to clear that out because there's something new that wants to come in. So I feel like this is overall a really big message about how are you clearing out your physical and your environment to be able to receive what source is bringing your way. And that's exactly what it is it's source bringing you this message. Also the sigil, I can't help but notice there's like a big S. It's like the Superman S here. Sorry, it's reversed in the picture, but I'm seeing sort of this S in the sort of the center of the triangle. So I feel like the guidance and the information that's going to be coming through is a superpower. It's going to be enhancing. But anything that is that powerful, that potent, you have to have the right container in order to receive it. Otherwise, it can burn you out, right? It burns you out. So don't get burned out this week, I feel is the real message. And everyone this week needs to take I want to say take 5 minutes every day for the next 7 days to really check in before you start your day. Check in. Where am I at in all of these areas of my life? And then check in with the reciprocity of things. Reciprocity and clearing things out, because we are getting ready to receive something new. Do you want to miss it? Do you want to miss out on it? You can't carry it because you got too much other stuff. Don't be caught with your drawers down. That's what I'm going to say. Don't be caught down.
Yeah, don't get caught with your drawers down, or you'll end up with sweet ass affirmations.
Yes. So this is a new deck, another new deck that I got, and you guys will laugh at this. So anybody who's followed me for a long time, you know I swear. And I try to curb it. You know, I try not to drop the F-bomb too much, but you know, I am who I am, and it is what it is. So along with searching for
potty mouth,
this deck, yes, potty mouth. Along with searching for this deck that has, you know, no names on the cards, and it's really, you know, intuitively inspiring, I came across this sweet ass affirmations. Well, and of course you see sweet ass, and I'm like, let me read that. And the very first card that I read was, I don't even remember what the affirmation was, but it was something like, I am a fucking rock star, and I blah blah blah. And I was like, I gotta have this deck. I didn't even read anything more. I was like, okay, how do I order this deck? So I thought it would be kind of fun to pull this as our oracle card. And I will read you the message on the back, what it actually says, but I'm also going to do sort of an intuitive on it. So, so I told you that they actually say fucking. Well, this card, they don't. They say effing, but here we go. I am so effing excited right now. We've got a little teepee. So before I even read the message on the back of the card, I love that we're getting this card. So I've just told you, you know, we need to clear our space because we got a lot of stuff coming. So get excited about it. You know, so many times, and I'm guilty of this too. So many times in the metaphysical community, you know, we hear that there's something new coming, and right away the eyes roll and we get a groan, and oh God, more growth, and what's next? And you know, oh, this is awful. Our spiritual selves, our soul essences, believe it or not, are really effing excited to be here in these bodies, having this experience. There is an aspect of you floating around in some dimension, your higher self, that is like, this is kick-ass. Like, oh my God, what an amazing time to do this. Like, this is awesome. We don't always feel that. But the message is, why not? Why can't we feel that? Why can't we shift our perspective or shift our mindset to that space of, okay, I can't control everything that's going on in here. Maybe it's not for me to control. Maybe it's for me to enjoy the ride. So I'm so freaking excited right now. Sorry, effing. I'm so effing excited right now. I would have said freaking. Okay, here's the Rage Creates message. The experience of life isn't about achieving distant desires in relation to the future. Placing a bucket list or thinking there are things that you'd better go do before you die is not a solution. When you focus on attempts to achieve special experiences, you miss the actual experience of living. The key is in loving the little things as much as the big ones. Real happiness is being able to bring the same excitement, love, and compassion to the dinner table every night as you can to your next vacation. How fucking excited are you to take that next sip of water? So they did swear. They just swore in the explanation. So for anyone who's offended, I apologize in advance. It's my sense of humor, and this really landed. So this week, I'm really feeling like when we are cleaning house, when we are exploring reciprocal dynamics in our lives, people, places, and things, we want to do it not from the place of, oh God, there's something horrible coming, and rather say, I'm so freaking excited for whatever is coming. I'm so excited to see this new adventure, to see what this new thing is going to teach me. Even if we gotta fake it till we make it, peeps, the body does not know when you're being sarcastic, when you're lying, when you're being facetious. So even if inside you're kind of like, oh my God, how can I get happy about this shit that's coming down the pike? What you can say is, I'm so excited right now. Even if you're like you're so ridiculous that you're like laugh crying because you're like, I don't believe this at all. Your body hears those words and sees you smiling and giggling and laughing and makes that its reality. So try this as an experiment. Anything that's coming down the pike for you that you're like, are you kidding me? Shift it up. I'm so effing excited right now to see where this is going to bring me in 2 months, or to see how this is going to play out. I'm excited about the adventure. This is something I've not experienced before, or this is something I've experienced before. Let's see if it plays out differently this time. Take a different approach. That's what I got for you today, peeps. That's what I got for you. Wild and interesting. All right, Keone. I am going to go into my happy place, and what do I normally do here? Oh, I create questions. See, it's been so long. It's been a whole week that I can't even remember what I do in my own show. So I'm going to create a couple of questions for card pulls, and I'm back to you, Bob.
Well, actually, I'm going to press this button first, if you don't mind. You know, just in case we want to alert to the grab your deck session, we'll put the imagery that I worked so hard on.
You did a great job, and so like I said, I like to keep you on your toes, so you're doing a great job.
Well, since I have 7 of them, I guess that works out well for you. Grab your deck section.
I didn't know about you.
Grab your deck section. So if you've never been here and I said grab your deck section. If you've never been here before, if you have a deck with you, you go ahead and pull a card and go ahead and put in the live chat what that card is, and Stacy will go ahead and read off that card after we get done with the live readings first. And we have some people backstage for live readings. That is great. And I have all the requests that are in here in order. So this is some shout outs. Christopher says, hello everyone from South Africa. So we've had UK, we've had Ireland, we've had Australia, South America, and now we have South Africa. Thank you, Christopher, for that comment. Melissa Georgopoulos says, for those that are new, I highly, in all capital letters, recommend Stacy. Her guidance is fantastic. Thank you for that comment, Melissa. And guys, she's right. Her guidance is wonderful. Just don't ask her to balance your budget. Okay. But other than that, her guidance is amazing. So go ahead and make sure that you like the video. If you're watching on Facebook, like the video. If you're watching on YouTube, comment after the show. It'd be great. And keep commenting away live. And if you are living in a different place in North Carolina, feel free when you come on here, if you haven't already, to say where you are watching from. We love to see where people are watching from. It helps us know where our audience is. And you're correct. Fantastic. All right. Thank you, Melissa, for being a part of that. And Melissa's also from New Hampshire. All right. That is amazing. Stacy, what wine is on the list that you are putting down your gullet?
Water.
Oh!
Water.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Wine of the earth.
All right. I've got white peach cranberry.
Ooh, delicious.
I hate regular cranberry, but for some reason I love these flavors.
Yeah, it's because it's sweeter. It's not as tart.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm not old enough to just drink straight cranberry juice yet. You know, I'm 44 in real life and 27 on Facebook. So what are our questions today?
All right. Our questions for the Grab Your Decks section is, what energy can I access this week to support any release around my reciprocity search?
Okay.
Yeah, because let's face it, whenever our dream teams ask us to do a deep dive like that, you know, you're going to come across something or someone that needs to go to a certain extent. And that can be scary or painful or uncomfortable or unwanted. So this is support around the release of whatever comes up in your search. Card pull number 2. What energy can help me to shift my mindset to be more excited about the adventure we're in?
Okay. I like
Looking
that.
at.
I like that.
Good stuff.
I actually do. I like that. And you already know who's in first. It's the birthday boy himself. He's been sitting back with his fist like this, like, shut up, Keone, get me on here. Ragu, who's celebrating today his 42nd birthday.
Aw, hi, Ragu. Happy birthday.
Bonjour, Keone. Hi, Stacy.
Bonjour. Look at you. Three different languages now.
What is that? French? Oui, oui. That's all I can do.
Yes. Bonjour. Oui,
Wait, no, I can do oui, oui, and I can do ha ha.
So what did you do to celebrate your birthday today, Ragu?
We had a great time.
Did you go for dinner or did you make dinner? What'd you guys do?
We had takeout dinner at home because we didn't want to miss the show.
Oh.
I promised to jump out of a cake for him later.
Okay, good. You do need to jump out of a cake. He chose to do takeout instead of go to a restaurant, so he didn't miss the show. Ragu, that's love. That is love. I feel that love.
Both of us, we really enjoyed the show. It's a community, you know. Heather and Richard wish me happy birthday. I have never met them. They don't know me. I don't know them. But this is the community. This is community is called Fans of Stacy.
I'm not comfortable with fans of Stacy, but okay. However you're going to put it, that's good. Well, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for saying that. So, would you like me to pull cards for you, or do you have?
I have pulled from Goddess Guidance from Doreen Virtue.
Awesome. So, what energy can you access this week to support any release around your reciprocal search? Yamanya? Oh, Yamanya. Okay, I can't read the words, so tell me what the words are.
Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Golden opportunity.
Oh, I like that golden opportunity. So, what
I like the picture
is the doors. So we were just talking about how it's like cleaning out not only your sort of inner environment, but your outer environment. And a door opens us to an environment. So golden opportunities and the door, opening doors. I feel like for you this week, the support around the release is really about getting curious about opening the door and walking into a room and seeing it from a different perspective. So one of the things that I do for myself on a somewhat regular basis, I've been doing it since I was probably in my 20s, early 20s, is sometimes I will get down on my hands and knees and I'll walk into a room from that perspective, or I'll lay on the floor and look up and look around the room. Because when you're in a space,
right,
for so long, you forget that there's stuff there. It becomes sort of background noise. And I feel like that's going to support you with your release and I feel like this is the challenge for you this week in your living environment. Try going into each room and seeing it from a different angle, either like maybe, on your knees, or maybe you wear something that makes your feet taller, like you stand on a stool and look into the room. Maybe you go into a corner of the room that you never go into and you look at the room from that angle. I feel like that's going to help you a lot with knowing what needs to be shifted. And you're going to feel it intuitively, what is going to need to be shifted. I feel like there is going to be some physical activity that is going to be required for you to feel that shift of release. I definitely feel that for you coming into the mix.
Okay. Second, I have Athena.
Oh, I love it. She's awesome. All right, what are the words? I see the owl.
Yes, and you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom. Take appropriate action without delay.
Love it. So what energy can help you to shift your mindset to be more excited about the adventure? Just do it. is what I feel. It could literally
Right.
have the Nike slogan on there. Just do it.
Just
So
do it.
just feel excited. Just get excited. I am so effing excited right now.
I need to get myself that deck.
It's hilarious. So this is Sweet Ass Affirmations 2. They actually have a 1. This was the one that I was drawn to the most, but I am going to get the second one at some point. But Sweet Ass Affirmations, it's really cool. So I feel like for you this week, it's less about, I want to say, sort of like a predictive reading of here's what's coming up for you, and more about setting an intention right now in this moment to understand and this is for everyone. This goes for everyone, not just you, Raghu. We need to get excited about life. We need to infuse ourselves with life again, because if we continue to allow ourselves to be bogged down by everything that's going on,
Right.
we're never going to get to that elevated space, right? We end up being in that, I'm saying it again, the merry-go-round. We don't want to always be on the merry-go-round. You know what I mean? We need to be able to move up and down the ladder, right? Or around the mountain, right? In a spiralic fashion. So be like a kid and just get goofy. Get overly excited. Well, here's a perfect example. Your grandkids, they probably get uber excited over something so simple and basic. Or we think of the cats. The cats get so excited over a box or a Q-tip on the ground. Get excited like that. That's your homework for this week. He's like, all right, I'm excited. Well, thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank you, Stacey.
Birthday love. And hi, Hand. Hi, Indu. So great to see you guys. Thank you so much for spending your birthday time with us. I appreciate it.
Afita Zain, Kioni.
All right. Enjoy your 42nd birthday. I'm still older than you.
He didn't get Afita Zain.
He did.
I got it. I only have so much time, though. All right, dude.
See you, Raghu.
All right. Next up, we have Melina. Hi, Melina. It's Melina's birthday every day to me.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Just chilling here on the couch watching my favorite girl.
Did you get to oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Did you get to enjoy the 80-degree weather we had today?
I did. I had the door open at the shop the whole day.
Oh, that is amazing. I know I did all of my work. Today's my long day. I work from like 6 in the morning until like 9 o'clock at night. And it's always so much easier when I can be in the sunshine doing it, or at least feel the breeze, you know? So I feel
Yeah.
awesome. So do you have your own deck that you're going to pull from today?
No, I'm going to let you.
All right. Do you want tarot or the tarot and affirmation?
Tarot and affirmation.
All right, let's do it. So what energy can you access this week to support your release around the reciprocity surge? Oh, this is the one it's like sticking to my thumbs. It's being very insistent. Ooh, okay. So I'm not going to show it to you yet because I just need to tune in and get the message. So for you, I feel like the message is not about balance. It's about understanding. Like, I feel like it's like I see in my mind's eye, you are creating a new gauge, a new source of measurement. So it's like where everyone else uses the measuring tape or the yardstick or the ruler, you're doing something else entirely. So I feel like this week you're not only are you kind of evaluating where there's an imbalance in reciprocity, but you're also changing the way that you measure it, the way that you ascertain what is healthy balance for you and what isn't, what is a good feeling reciprocity experience and what isn't. I also feel like for you that, and this sounds crazy because this is a week reading, but I'm going to say to you, the fall feels like a time of year where seeds that you're planting right now, this week, through this reciprocal cleansing, is going to really take root and, I want to say, be fruitful and multiply. So the fall is the abundance, it's the harvest. For whatever reason, as I'm looking at this card, I'm feeling that your ship comes in. It's like what you're doing now matters because your ship is going to come in. So when we're talking about the supporting the release, I feel like you choosing a different way to look at the way you're receiving the information, the measurement of the way that you are measuring your energy, your interactions with your environment and with others, is going to lead to a big aha moment and some doors opening for you, some blockages removed, obstacles that no longer are there. And I don't mean to say that you're going to be stuck until the fall. I just feel like whatever you're putting in place now, it's going to kind of come to fruition in the fall. So I want to say, do the work, do the manifesting of whatever it is that is coming through for you as you're evaluating your levels of reciprocity, because there's something to that wants to be kind of birthed. I know that's a little esoteric, but that's what's really coming through. So there's a fineness to the energy that I'm feeling for you. So your energy's shifting. It's getting slippery. I feel like it's a little slippery. So it's like soft water versus hard water. You know, that kind of energy. Like it's almost like you can't ever dry your hands because you feel it there all the time. It's a good thing. I know the way I'm describing it is weird. Mm-hmm. It's a good thing. What energy can help you to shift your mindset to be more excited about the adventure? Okay, so this is going to be an affirmation. We're going to see what they got to say to you. All right, it's not too bad. My truth is as pure as I react, and I react with benevolence. Ooh. So
nice.
Yes. So really embracing your truth. Okay, here's the message. It's tough, but being nice to all humans, creatures, and aliens is the honorable play. Even if a meanie weenie is slandering, criticizing, or giving you a swirly. You don't know what kind of stink a meanie has been subjected to, whether it be emotional trauma or literal shit in their pants. Reacting to meanies by being a meanie is only a win for Team Meanie. Instead, smile and radiate kindness toward the troubled soul. Your truth is as pure as how you react. Lead by example and with benevolence. It gives permission to the meanie to heal. Wow.
You know, that comes up for me. Like when I'm having an issue with someone, in my head, I play the reaction in a not so kind way. And I immediately self-correct with, well, it would be a whole lot easier if I acted or responded with benevolence. I do that almost on the daily.
Well, this is the validation that you're doing the right thing and to keep doing it. Wow, that is huge. And what I really love about this too is you've got the two hands that are in strength mode. Like they're not fighting. It's not like an arm wrestle. They're like I see this all the time in my sci-fi shows. You know, everybody tries to come up with like a more alien way of greeting so that we don't all look human and shaking hands. Even though their hands are clenched, it's kind of like they would do this, like they greet where they grab the whole arm. It's more of a solidarity. And I feel like this also, when we're talking about this, you know, getting more excited about the adventure, it's understanding that even though we all feel separate, we're all in it together. We all signed up.
Yeah.
Whether we're in soul contracts or soul bonds or soul relationships, we're all in it together.
That image on that card, I used almost that exact same image for my flyer for the Body, Mind, Spirit this weekend.
Oh, wow. Well, there's another coincidence. There's another synchronicity. Love that.
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful single star that is shining brightly underneath of it. So divinely inspired, divinely ordained. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm so
Thank you.
face.
Hi, Kiani.
Hi.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you later.
All right.
Yeah, Melissa says always tip the scales to the positive. It's
Mhm.
so true. And that can be really hard to do. Oh, we're doing a card pull for her? Okay,
Yes.
awesome.
Terror, please. Let's do everyone who wants a card pull from us from the badass. Sweet ass. I'm sorry. Sweet ass.
Okay, from Sweet Ass. All right, Melissa. Yes, we need to shift the scales to the positive. And, quite frankly, sometimes that can be really freaking hard to do, especially when we're in the middle of something that just doesn't feel good. But a little bit of effort goes a long way. I really believe that. All right, Melissa, we are pulling a card for you. We've got, this is so good. I am the blessing I've been waiting for. So I need to say to you that I feel like this week, so I know I'm not reading based on one of the questions here, but this week I feel like there's a resolve to an issue that you've kind of been in and out for a while. Like sometimes you're in or you get pulled in and then you kind of remove yourself a little bit and then you get pulled in again after a little while and then you remove yourself a little bit. I feel like the message this week for you when I'm the blessing I've been waiting for, you've been trying to bless this other person. You've been trying to hope that someone else is going to come in and resolve the situation. And I feel like you are the blessing you've been waiting for. You're not the thing that's going to fix the problem. You're the blessing. So what is a blessing? A blessing is it's an incantation. It's a wish. It's a desire. It's a hope. Speaking of the shift the scales to the positive, it's a positive desire for another person or a positive desire for yourself. So I want to say, whatever this situation is, I feel like you want to just extricate yourself from it. Like give yourself permission to cut yourself completely off from whatever it is. No longer allow yourself to be sucked into the tornado and recognize I don't have to fix this problem. I just need to bless it and move on. What is the saying here in the South is, oh, bless your heart, right? It's like someone is saying, okay, yeah, I'm not going there. Like, dear, now they're there, poor you. And I'm not going there. I'm sending you some sarcastic love and then I'm moving on. This might not be sarcastic that you're sending, but it's the idea of I am the blessing. And so why am I lowering myself or why am I putting myself in this situation over and over and over again, continuing to try and, show someone their potential when they don't want to see it or trying to fix someone that doesn't want to be healed. Doesn't want to be fixed. So I feel like this is coming through. I am the blessing I've been waiting for. Okay, so here's the actual message on the card. Are you nervous to share or express your ideas, creations, or truth? Are you afraid those you care about might judge or abandon you? You may feel you're disappointing or hurting your loved ones by stepping into your light, but you are also influencing them to level up. If they care about you, they will come around to support you. If they don't, the universe moves them out of the way for a reason. Sometimes it takes complete solitude to realize those who do not make you feel ecstatic and alive are too small for you. You are the blessing you've been waiting for. Wow. I've not read this one before, and that was very similar to what was coming through. Let that shit go. Recognize that you're the blessing. Bring the blessing and move on. I hope that makes some sense, Melissa. What a really cool card. Check out the mandala on there. You got it's all my favorite colors. You got the purple and the teal and the aqua with a splash of white in there for good measure. So loving that. Hope you enjoyed that reading. Really, really cool. All right, what have we got left? Oh, animal medicine cards. Oh, yes. Yes.
All right, Janice, I'm sorry, Finrock said she pulled it. My card is completion.
Ooh, I love that. So Janice, if you pulled that for the first one, what energy can I access this week to support my release around reciprocity, the reciprocity search? I feel like for you, there is going to be a lot of cutting of ties. You're saying goodbye to certain things. And I actually see you in one particular room. That might be an office in your room. And I see you looking around at it and really taking a very objective, How often, do I use it? Yes or no? If yes, how often do I use it? If I don't use it often, is it something that, like, maybe I use it once a year? Maybe I use it once every 3 years. If it's once every 3 years, maybe I need to gift it and borrow it from somebody who's going to use it every day for that one time a year that I use it, or that one time every 3 years that I use it. If I use it once every 3 months, maybe I can find a different place for it, put it in storage so I'm not having to look at it all the time, because I want in my space only what serves me right now in this moment. I don't know why I'm saying this to you, but I feel like that's the completion energy. You're completing, you're getting rid of stuff that you've already processed. You've already been there, done that, and bought the t-shirt. I feel like this is a really important week for you, where there is an energy of, I want to say, forward momentum in a way that, with courage, I want to say, like, in a way that you've not up to this point had the full courage to move forward. Like, you knew you wanted to get there, but you weren't quite sure how, and you were kind of sort of mulling over details. I feel like this week you're just like, I'm over it. I'm done. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm moving forward. Oh, it makes perfect sense. Okay, good. I'm glad it makes perfect sense. So I see you doing a big clearing. Melissa, thank you again. You've made my Wednesday night. Oh, thank you so much, Melissa. And thank you for reaching out the other day too. I'm looking forward to us connecting around the position that's open. So thank you for that. Second vote for how awesome Stacy's. Oh, it's like Love Stacy Day today. Thank you, Chris. Yes, we get Canada's in the house. Canada's in the house. I love it.
All right. That's enough Stacy love. I'm gonna lose my dinner. Okay, enough of that.
Oh no, I'm so grateful to you guys.
All right, Stacy, we have hit the end of the show mark. I encourage everyone to try to come on live. You don't have to be on video. You can just have your audio on. We try to get to questions depending on how many lives we have and how the show goes. The show goes on feeling, not on a particular path, and so that's what we try to do. Thank you all for tonight. And Stacy, as usual, I'll let you take us out.
Awesome. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. It's always such a pleasure to be of service in this way. I hope you enjoyed the kind of the unique cards. I look forward to bringing them on more often and stimulating that psychic guidance that's coming through. Couple of quick little things. I've got my membership, Ignite Your Wings, Wisdom for Transformation, that's going strong. I just added 3 new monthly events within that membership. So it is jam-packed with stuff. It's to the point now where I got more things coming out on there that I'm having to kind of get better on with my schedule, because there's a couple of things every week that are coming out. So consistent support for whatever your needs are. Would love to have you join that community. We're always having a good little laugh. There's a different a challenge. We're doing a Spread Your Wings monthly challenge every month, which has been really entertaining for me to do. I'm adding an interactive live event called Ask Me Anything, which is really a lot of fun. We're starting that next month, so really excited about offering that. So if you'd like to join us, we would love to have you. One more quick little thing. I don't know if you guys saw in my social media or not, but I am actually hiring. We're looking for a part-time marketing coordinator to join our team. And if this suits you and floats your boat, and you're interested in doing some interesting stuff with the Black Feather, we can have some fun. So feel free to submit your resume and cover letter to info@theblackfeatherintuitive.com. Stop laughing at me.
It sounded like you said, if you want to have some fun with the black fella.
Oh,
I was like, I wasn't paying attention. I was like, wait, is she talking about me?
Yeah, so that's the job. The marketing coordinator is going to have some fun with Keone. Actually, you will be coordinating with Keone, but not exclusively in the way that he's thinking. It's not that kind of show. So anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you have an amazing week, and be safe, transform well, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.